You wake to the sound of an alarm. You check a glowing screen before you even stand up. Within minutes your mind is flooded with messages, headlines, deadlines, and strangers' opinions. It feels normal. But if one of your ancestors could stand beside you this morning, they would probably stare in complete disbelief. Not because of your technology, because of how you live. They would recognize your face. They would recognize your emotions. They would recognize your smile, your fear, your curiosity, and the way you protect the people you love. But almost everything surrounding those instincts would seem completely alien. The real surprise is that your brain has barely changed at all. For nearly 300,000 years, Homo sapiens survived by reading landscapes instead of notifications. Every sound mattered. Every footprint told a story. Every meal depended on cooperation. Yet the brain making decisions inside your skull today is almost identical to theirs. Researchers such as Robin Dunbar have shown how deeply social our species has always been. Your ancestors depended on close relationships because isolation often meant danger. Today, you may interact with hundreds or even thousands of people online while still feeling lonely. Your ancient brain counts trusted relationships, not follower counts. Anthropologist Sarah Hrdy argues that humans became successful because they raised children cooperatively. Survival was rarely an individual achievement. Grandparents, siblings, friends, and neighbors all mattered. Modern independence would look impressive to your ancestors, but they might also wonder why so many people carry every burden alone. Then there is food. Your ancestors spent hours searching, gathering, tracking, preparing, and sharing meals. You can order dinner in seconds without leaving your chair. To them, that would feel like magic. Yet they might be confused that people surrounded by food spend so much time worrying about what to eat. Evolutionary biologist Daniel Lieberman has explained that the human body evolved for frequent movement rather than constant sitting. Your ancestors did not exercise because movement was simply life. Walking, climbing, carrying, digging, and exploring happened naturally. Watching someone pay to run on a treadmill indoors would probably seem very strange. Night would confuse them even more. Darkness once signaled caution, conversation around a fire, and eventually sleep. Artificial light allows you to turn night into day. Your brain, however, still responds to light as though sunrise has arrived. The mismatch helps explain why sleep can become difficult despite living in the safest era in human history. Your ancestors would likely admire modern medicine. A simple infection that once threatened an entire family can now often be treated with antibiotics. Broken bones heal with skilled care. Vaccines prevent diseases they could never understand. They would probably see hospitals as places of extraordinary power. But they might ask an uncomfortable question. If life has become safer, why do so many people feel anxious? The answer may lie in a brain designed to detect threats. For most of history, missing a real danger carried a terrible cost. Your ancestors benefited from paying attention to negative possibilities. That same survival system now reacts to unread emails, financial stress, and endless streams of alarming news. Your ancestors would also notice something remarkable about your world. You spend much of your day looking at symbols, words on screens, numbers in spreadsheets, maps, signs, passwords, calendars. Literacy transformed civilization. Yet it is an incredibly recent invention compared with human evolution. Your brain continuously performs tasks no hunter-gatherer ever experienced. Still, some things would make perfect sense to them. You laugh with friends. You comfort children. You celebrate victories. You grieve those you lose. Across thousands of generations, those moments never changed. Perhaps your ancestors would not judge modern humanity as harshly as we imagine. They might simply remind you that your body and mind were built for sunlight, movement, meaningful relationships, curiosity, and shared purpose. Technology can improve life, but it cannot replace the foundations of evolution, spent hundreds of thousands of years building. The next time you feel overwhelmed by modern life, remember that the feeling itself is ancient. Your brain is trying to solve today's problems, using tools shaped in a very different world. Your ancestors would probably look at your cities with amazement, your airplanes with disbelief, and your computers with wonder, then they would look at you, and they would still recognize a human being trying to survive, belong, and build a better future. That may be the most surprising truth of all.